contribution to people's lives. When you are continually making people's lives better, like what Laura talked about, helping people with their college, and that's what you're focused on, you have no time to complain. Now, all of us have a little bit of all 8 of these in us, depending on what time of life and what season of life that we're in. And what I want you to do is think about, to get to abundant land, if you say, I'm a 1 or a 2 in this area, I've got to get to a 10, which a 10 would be, I'm not complaining about anything regardless. My friend Jim Butler, who couldn't be here today, sent me a text this morning and said this is going to be the most unusual excuse for not coming to Freedom 1. His wheelchair broke. He said, I bet you've never had an excuse for someone not coming to Freedom 1 that his wheelchair broke. But he said it in such a fun way, you could tell he was not complaining for not being here because his wheelchair broke. Jim Butler's a 10 on the no complaining, right? We all have to be a 10 on the no complaining. The second bypass attitude that I want you to have is the no comparison attitude. No comparison attitude. I think the challenge there is just to appreciate your uniqueness and stop comparing yourself to other people. And if you're not always in that mode of comparing, that person's got a bigger car, that person takes better vacations, that person's business is doing well, how can I do my 24/7 like Des does his 24/7 or some of these other folks? Stop comparing yourself to other people. Just appreciate the uniqueness of yourself and what you really have, and I think that you'll bypass this group here and be over an abundant land. The number 3 is no grievance attitude. No grievance attitude. Kind of falls in line with number 1, but it's just your satisfaction, where you feel your sense of value in life is just you're being more and more useful. You're just being more and more useful. If you ever feel yourself having a bad day, just go help somebody else. Right? Isn't that a great way to snap yourself out of not feeling very well, just helping someone else? Number 4 is the no equality attitude. No equality attitude. This one rubs some people the wrong way. This one rubs people the wrong way. And what I want you to think about in the world is just full of increasing riches. And some people are going to take advantage of those increasing riches faster than other people. And everybody's not going to have the same income, the same retirement, the same everything, and just accept that and be comfortable with that. I think there's some people that feel guilty that they have something. I have seen people, I talked to Kim and Steve about this at the wedding planners. Somebody came up with this question. Certain people feel guilty, and I see them self-destructing. They start to do really, really well, and then they won't return calls, or I can just see them, once they hit a certain level, they feel guilty about their success, and they self-destruct. And if you see yourself doing that, I want you just to realize just everything isn't going to be equal, and that's okay. You just have this no equality attitude. Number 5, no excuse attitude. You don't make excuses for anything. You look in the mirror and say, if you're overweight, it's because what you're eating and exercising. If you don't have enough customers, it's because you're not getting out there and connecting and have the right community around yourself. Just always be transforming yourself into something better. As long as you're transforming yourself into something better, you're not going to make any excuses. So I want you to leave here just with no excuses. And when you have that mindset and you are around other people that are continually making excuses, what do you want to do? You want to repel from them, right? So we're going to go from here to there. Number 6 is the no blaming attitude. No blaming attitude. Just admire things that are in the world. Just admire what's going on. Recognize class acts. Recognize class people, people that are doing class acts. And just don't blame. Just have this no blaming attitude. If you're going to be in the abundant world, and you're transforming people's lives like we talked about before a couple weeks ago, you are so busy, you don't have time to blame anybody for anything. Oh, taxes are too high, or the government did this, or healthcare is this. Just stop it. Over an abundant world, the biggest opportunities, or the biggest problems are the biggest opportunities, right? Number 7 is the no envy attitude. Number 7 is the no envy attitude. This is a real killer. Just be really pleased with the progress that others are making. In the book, The Friend Economy, one of the things that I talk about is you want to surround yourself with a community of people that are always breathing life into you. So in The Friend Economy, I talk about surround yourself with people that are always saying, "That boy, good job, good for you." There's some people you tell them about their success, and you know what they're saying under their breath? Something bad. Like, why does he get that success? Why does she get that success? But I want to surround myself with people, when I have a big celebration or something really great happen, I want somebody to come up and say, "That was really great, you deserve that." And you want to surround yourself with other people that have that same mindset. Forget about the envy. Envy is just a real negative thing that can tear you down. Just be pleased with others' progress. And bypass mindset number 8 is just the no victim attitude. You're not a victim. You are not a victim. When you consider yourself a victim, you've taken all power away from yourself to solve anything. And people living in the abundant world don't see themselves as victims. Actually, when you see yourself as a victim, you're an emotional infant. When you see yourself as a victim, you're an emotional infant. That's tough, right? That sounds pretty tough. But we want to get from here to the abundant world, and we can't be seeing ourselves as victim, and we have to emotionally grow up. And emotionally growing up, just facing the world as it is today, and making sure that we're incorporating the prior 7 that I talked about. Just take responsibility for everything that happens in your life. If you take responsibility for everything that happens in your life, you will not be a victim. You will not be a victim. Let me go through them real quick for those of you that are writing these down. Make sure that you got them, and then I'm going to close out. No complaining. Number 1, no complaining. Number 2 is no comparison attitude. Stop comparing yourself to others. Number 3 is just no grievance. No grievance. You don't have time for grievance in your life. That's a negative attitude. Bypass number 4 is no equality. Just recognize and be comfortable with the fact that not everybody is going to be the same. People are going to make different amounts. People are going to have different body sizes. Some people, Keith, are going to be able to run marathons, and other people are not. And if you're not a marathon runner, don't be frustrated with the fact that why can't I run marathons or triathlons? Okay? No excuse. Own it. No excuse. I own it. I'm doing really, really well because of me. I'm doing really, really poor because of me. Because of me. Okay? No blaming is number 6. Bypass number 7 is no envy. And number 8 is no victim. Not being a victim. We all have different ranges in here. Probably the one that I have, if you were to say, Roch, which one do you have the most issue with, personally? That would be number 7. Just envying other folks. That would be an area that I would be the weakest, and if you were to say, Roch, how can I help you, being in my friend economy, help get from here to there, to get from a 3 or 4 to a 10, that's the one I have the most issue with. Just it always seems like I've got it really good, but I see other people, and then once you have it really good and you hang around people that have it really, really good, like, oh, this is a really nice truck I have, but that guy's got like 5 really nice trucks, right? So that's just an issue. And so what I would encourage you to do is, out of these 8, which ones do you have the most challenging with, that it's going to be hard to propel you over this mess, over this stuff that's here, into there, which is abundant land. And that's where I want to get you into abundant land as a part of my friend community. So you help me with the envy number 7, and I'll help you if you share yours with me.
You know,